Alright, we're going to start off today looking at a deck that, in my opinion, is very towerly offensive. Yes, I'll be here all week. Hopefully. Anyways, before we get started, I would like to remind people, if you like what we're doing, if you like what I'm doing, please hit the like and subscribe button. Definitely will help me out a little bit and hopefully keep this channel growing, getting more content. Whenever I do hit 10 subscribers, I'm going to try to give away a $25 Steam gift card. So hit that subscribe button, which should be down below. Hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave any comments. So getting into the deck itself, there's two cards that pretty much make this deck run. High Alert, which will allow our creatures to assign combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And it also will allow creatures with Defender to attack, which we run a lot of creatures with Defender. Arcades is the other one. Arcades the Strategist, which is a legendary Elder Dragon. And it will allow, whenever it says whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. And each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Definitely something that playing some games that I've ran into problems with is, note that it says each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness. We run two creatures here that, actually three creatures counting Arcades, that are not Defender creatures. And we'll again touch on those here in just a second. Well, actually we'll go ahead and start looking at those right now. We have Tetsuko Umezawa, I'm probably butchering that, I'm sorry, which is a 1/3 creature which allows our creatures with power or toughness 1 or less to not be blocked, which works very well considering that all my creatures besides Arcades have 1 or less power. The other non-defender creature we're running 1 copy of Surgemire. I've been kind of playing around with this. I've taken it out, put it back in. I do kind of like it because it allows you to kind of cycle through your cards. It allows you to draw a card and to discard a card. So it does give you a little bit of flexibility with that. So it does kind of help. But as I mentioned, Arcades only lets us draw a card whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield. And my Surgemire will not deal damage equal to its power or equal to its toughness if Arcades is what I have in play and I don't have the High Alert in play. So something to kind of keep in mind. You can pump the Surgemire, of course, and Surgemire does work very well with Tetsuko because you can get in there. Once you start assigning damage after they assign blockers, then you can pump your Surgemire to get in some damage. So we're running a couple different groups of spells. One is a group that will pump our creatures up. We're running 3 copies of Dive Down. This will give our creatures +0/+3. But the good thing is it also gives our creatures hexproof. This definitely comes into play when you're playing against decks that are going to run things like Vraska's Contempt or Mortify or whatever the case may be. It gives your creatures hexproof. Running 2 copies of Ages of the Heavens. 1 copy of Tower Defense. I might actually end up going up on Tower Defense. Probably drop the Ages of Heavens. And I'm running 3 copies of Chemist's Insight, just to give me a little bit of card draw, because most of my creatures are 2 mana for the most part. So I tend to empty my hands out pretty quickly, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of card draw as well. Plus, I'm only running 3 copies of High Alert and 2 copies of Arcades, so having a little bit of card draw to kind of get to those is definitely very advantageous for this deck. I am running 2 copies of Negate. Mostly I got these in there to help me protect my High Alerts and my Arcades, because if they start destroying those, well, this deck doesn't run very well. And I have 1 copy of Ixalan's Binding, just to hopefully help pull out if they have a creature that's annoying me or a creature that's going to kill me or whatever. Or even if they have an enchantment or artifact, it gives me a little bit of control. I think 1 copy works pretty well. As for our walls, I'm running 2 copies of Resolute Watchdog. Definitely is very good because I can sacrifice it to protect Arcades, or I can sacrifice it to protect Tetsuko or one of my other bigger walls. I'm running 1 copy of Portcullis Vine. I kind of like the idea of being able to sack a defender creature to draw a card. If I have a defender creature I'm chump blocking with, I can sacrifice it to draw a card, again, to kind of help me get the High Alert or Arcades. 3 copies of Wall of Vines. Having reach in this deck is extremely important. Just because I have no flying creatures. Well, I have Arcades, but outside of my 2 copies of Arcades, I have no flying creatures. So if you're running the decks that are running a lot of Afterlife creatures, those little tokens can kind of overwhelm you if you don't have a way to kind of get in their way. 4 copies of Wall of Mist, 1 copy of Gleaming Barrier. Being able to get the treasure token can help if I'm having trouble getting to a particular type of mana. 3 copies of Amaranthian Wall, I guess is how you pronounce that. The indestructibility is really good. Running into a lot of creatures with Death Touch, so being able to block those, give it indestructibility, and not having to worry about Death Touch is really good. And 3 copies of Grappling Sundew. Again, a creature that has reach. I mean, you can give this indestructibility as well, but 5 mana is something I typically don't get to a whole lot with this deck. I want to switch views and let y'all have a look at the mana base. I will put a copy of the deck list down below if I can remember it. But I'll switch views and let y'all have a look at the mana base as well. Probably not the best. I will say I'm running some cards that come into play tap just because I don't have all the shock lands or check lands yet. So I won't read through it. I'll just let y'all have a look at it. So there's kind of the deck. Again, I think it's very towerly offensive, so I don't know if I'll run it a whole lot, but let's play a few games and see how it does for us. Alright. Express yourself. Express yourself. I know that's a song, but unfortunately those are only 2 words I know from the song. While we wait, y'all get to watch me drink some water. Hydrate. Urban Monkey. Definitely not a good hand. Screw it. Keep. Man, I hope we draw some land. Really hope we draw some land. Well, that's very unfortunate. That is also very unfortunate. Womp, womp, womp. Well, in my defense, the 2 land we kept were very pretty. I mean, that's a very pretty picture. That's a very pretty picture. So, that's very pretty. Come on, land. Let's go land. Okay. Really? Okay then. Good news, we've got land. Now come on, walls. Okay. No thanks. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, so close. One more pump spell. Well, that's mildly annoying. It's a little bit more than mildly annoying. Huh. So that 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Interesting. Oh, wait, creatures I control. Man, I always laugh. I can't help it. That makes me happy. It's such a stupid deck. But it makes me happy. And in the end, isn't that all that matters? Tarubis. Tarubis? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll keep. Tapped, pay life. I mean, Unfortunately, I think we're going. That's going to slow us down a little bit. I believe we played this with hopes that we draw an untapped land. I mean, if we don't, we don't. Not that big of a deal. Okay. We want to play this. And I can always play this and pay the life to bring it in. Well, I'll say always. I mean, that's what I'm going to do, actually. Could have a counter, but he doesn't. Ah, you little turd. Well, at least I got ahead of the game though. I've dinged him for a little bit, so now we can just pick away at him, 1 point at a time. Hopefully for not too long. Fine. So we will have mana up for a negate. Okay. Fine. I think I'll just let this sit on the board for right now. No, for the on another target. Okay. Well, if he puts it on the mist binder, I may just bind the mist binder. Bind the mist binder? Yeah, I thought it was funny. But I think I'll probably just let the mist binder stay on the board for right now. Just because there's that, I can't remember which one it is. The one that lets you tap the merfolk, where you can tap 3 merfolk to draw a card, and it's fine. Or you can tap 5 merfolk to do something else. I don't remember what it was. So if you cast that, which I think that it costs 5 total mana to cast, if I remember correctly. Well, Now Miss Binder's going to have to come off the board, I believe. Well, that was a whole lot of me not paying a whole lot of attention. Got too busy talking. I meant to cast the Chemist's Insight at the end of his turn, but unfortunately I got carried away. Creature and opponent controls. With an untap. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. Next turn, I'm going to start pinging you again. I was going to say maybe we do need some more card draw on this, but I got a card draw in my hand, but it's unfortunately just sitting there. Okay. And we got mana up for a negate if needed. Power toughness 1 or less. Can't be blocked. Yay! Now, what's the chance that he's got something? What did he have before? Naturalize. No, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I believe what I will do is just wait one more turn with plans of, let's put a stop, of casting Chemist's Insight during his end step with hopes of drawing a land. That way I can counter a Naturalize. Because you can only do one Naturalize right now. I believe that's probably the best option. I don't think I care about that a whole lot. Yeah, I don't think I care about that. Definitely something I've learned is to use these stops a lot more. Something I've been watching a lot of other people play. Something I've kind of picked up. Pass. Pass. Okay. Pay the light. Bring this in. Next. Swing with all. Though I really don't. I mean, I'm in the middle of attack. Well, I guess it would have got rid of its effect. Yeah, that's right. Because it's nothing that wasn't making my creatures unblocked, but that was my defensive go. I wonder what art is the background on here from. It looks like birthing pods or something? Or an incubation? What, incubation incongruity card, maybe? Well, I think our deck's getting a reputation. Nobody wants to play it. Rib. I'm just going to call this dude Rib. Rib wants to play this. Alright. I mean, we can get our grappling sun news out with what we got. So, and our Tetsuko. Oh, this deck looks familiar. What you got, bro? Interesting. Guess we know what's going to be getting binded. Alright, we won't block this one. Yay for land. Do I need to bring this in untapped? I think I can just bring this in tapped. Go out. Hey, Puddin'. Puddin's my puppy dog. Aren't you my girl? My baby girl. Well, tap target creature. Which one you gonna tap? Which one do you want to tap, bro? Yeah. This may not be a good match for us. We may be a little bit screwed. I'm gonna say we're quite a bit screwed. Let's pay your life. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one. We're just gonna save this back so we can block. I mean, if I can get high alert next turn maybe, and then I'll have a dive down as well. I can pick some of his creatures off. And then we could probably stabilize. That's not going to help the cause. That's very rude, actually. And I think we're dead no matter what. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. We were this close to stabilizing. This close. Left side. Ba-ba-bum-bum. Let's get in another one and win. Or lose, you know. Let's get in another one and have fun. Winning. See? People are scared to play our deck. They know what's up. Or maybe I just offended them. Ba-dum-bum. Well, this actually is not a bad hand. Well. And I wanted to bring Surge in my route just because... Okay, so we got a land. Let's get our Wall of Mist out so we can get some big body blockers out. No attack. Next turn we'll get a High Alert out. Alright, so do I want to get rid of maybe Dive Down? Actually, I think let's just get rid of Glacial Fortress. No. Dive Down. Land and let's go. So next turn I can swing in for 10. Draw a card. Get rid of it. some more Surge Mirrors may be good. I know some earlier versions I had, I think 4 Surge Mirrors, and I took them out. I believe I took them out because I didn't like the card cycling that was going on, which actually really makes very little sense. I think what it was is I lost a lot of synergy with Arcades with the card draw, but really the card draw for Arcades is not, it's not coming into effect all that much. So, especially where I only run 2 Arcades. So maybe going up on the Surge Mirrors may actually be, maybe putting in a second one may make this deck run a little bit smoother, kind of even out some of my card draws. That may be something to do. I'll have to think about that a little bit.